back then to the El Madrigal Stadium here in Villarreal. Great reception for the home team as they have made their way onto the pitch. Capacity crowd here, all tickets sold out well in advance for the visit of Barcelona. All eyes today on Martin Palermo, who's been such a success. But for Villarreal, it's their other Argentine, Diego Caña, who they really are going to miss.
Well, it's the captain, Mike. Diego Caña suffered a training incident where he fractured an ankle. But he's their captain, their inspiration, midfield player. He's a big, big loss for them.
Well, there is the Villarreal lineup. 2 changes from the side that we saw go down 4-2 last week at Deportivo La Coruña. Quique Alvarez returns from suspension. Calleja, who came on as a substitute last week just for about 10 minutes at the end, he's back from injury, so he plays with Berruet out through injury now, and of course Caña, as we said. Well, for Barcelona, just 1 change from the side that beat Las Palmas 4-1 last week. Guardiola, who was rested initially in that game but had to come on as a substitute in the end, he comes into the starting lineup with the youngsters Xavi moving to the bench. Very similar to the team that played against Liverpool. Michael Reisinger missed the game in the UEFA Cup because of a cold, but he has recovered, and in fact he moves in to replace Puyol. Our referee today, Tade Gonzalez, 34 years old. He comes from Bilbao. Will not have happy memories of his last visit here, where he was centre of controversy and actually got hit by an object that was thrown from the crowd. 2 captains there. Quique Medina taking over the captain's armband now for Villarreal in the absence of Caña. Here's young Reina, who has done so well this season since he has come in. Perfect conditions here. The field is in magnificent shape, and it's 24 degrees Celsius. The sunny weather expected to stay, but as the game progresses, of course, those shadows will get a lot longer over the pitch. There will be a moment of silence because of the death this week of the former president of Real Madrid, Ramon Mendoza. He was president for some 20 years. He passed away after a long illness this week. Martin Palermo, the hope for Villarreal. Barcelona have Rivaldo, the Brazilian international. Check of the watches, and we are underway. Barcelona, familiar red and blue, attacking the goal to our right, and the first shot of the game from Martin Palermo. He's trying to catch the goalkeeper out very early.
Maybe trying to make a statement also. He's got one thing in mind here. Good control by Palermo. Didn't waste any time. Maybe Villarreal are trying to send a message right from the start to Barcelona that they're going to attack them.
There's Vallejo with a clearance, only as far as Guardiola. Now Villarreal. Guardiola there getting the foot in again. Sergi plays it back. Frank de Boer, centre of the defence partner tonight. With him is Michael Reisinger on the ball there, fellow Dutch international. Villarreal, who have only lost 3 times at home this season. Only one of those losses has come in their last 8. Yeah, so they've got good home form. Barcelona, no wins in their last 4 away matches. And they've only won twice in their last 7. Here's Kluivert going through. Lopez Vallejo out quickly. Koku beaten in the air that time. Villarreal. Barcelona get it back. It was Luis Enrique getting it back to Reisinger, who goes back to his goalkeeper. Kluivert trying to link up there with Gabri, who just slipped at the most inopportune time. Substitutes today for Villarreal, Barros Charlotto, who arrived with Martin Palermo from Boca Juniors. Has had a few injury problems, but fully recovered. Takes his place on the bench. The Romanian international, so there, Craiovanu. He's got 5 goals this season, most of them when he's come on as a substitute. Kluivert on the end there, a very hard challenge, which was spotted by the referee. The substitutes today for Barcelona. Of experience there, and the good news is the return of Simão, the Portuguese international, who's been out for some time because of a groin injury. I hoping to get him back last week, but he went down with a flu. He's now recovered from that as well. Sergi to take the throw on the far side.
Well, the one thing I'm seeing at the moment, Mike, is that Villarreal are being really aggressive and physical on Barcelona, trying to rough them up, get them out of their stride. That may be a tactic of theirs that they're going to use all game.
Gabri. Villarreal. It's footwork. There goes surging forward. Good run again from midfield. This is Victor. It's Luis Enrique who tracked back. Goal so far this season for Luis Enrique in Spain's La Liga.
Well, without question, the feature of the match is this man Victor in partnership with Palermo, and the opposite side Rivaldo and Kluivert.
Throw in there from Rubarena, another one of the Argentine connection for Villarreal. Played straight up in the end, no flag, but it just bounces through to Reina. Ziga. Touched on, but easily cut out. Lopez Vallejo. Frank de Boer. Under and a bit of a barge there from Patrick Kluivert. This season for Patrick Kluivert in Spain's La Liga. Penalised that time. Rubarena.
That's the intent for Villarreal. Their team ticks when they go through their little front runner in Victor, and he in turn looks for Palermo. You wonder how Frank de Boer and Reisinger can cope with that tandem. That's certainly a feature. On the other side, you wonder how the two Kikes, Kike Medina and Alvarez, will cope with Rivaldo and Kluivert.
Koku. Here's Rivaldo quickly closed down. The ball just stolen off his foot that time. Palermo. Oh, the run through the middle. It's a bright opening, great chance here. Now, but was there a push? Villarreal believe there was, and they might have a case. Callejo was the player who came through. The supporters incensed there.
I think the referee saw it from his vantage point as Callejo going down under his own steam. It certainly was a big gap that developed in the Barcelona defence. Whether there was enough contact, there was contact, but whether it was significant enough to bring him down to his knees, enough to see it again.
Here's Enrique, Rivaldo. Rivaldo gets it back, but got caught there by the challenge. It was purely accidental.
No doubt in my mind that Villarreal have decided to rough Barcelona up. Let's have another look at this one here. There's Callejo going through. I really don't see that as a penalty. been gone down to his knees on his own steam.
So it was Gabri who came in that time. Did make contact. No penalty given. Guardiola with the free kick. Now the cushion header. Flag up for offside. Philip Koku was one of the two players for Barcelona who was caught in an offside position. And it was only Koku. Calleja. Home record in Spain's La Liga in the 13 games they've played. They've come up with 6 wins, as I said, only 3 losses. And for Barcelona, only 4 away wins this season. It really has hurt their championship campaign. Koku feeling the throw should have gone for Barcelona. Barcelona. Gabri, Guardiola, nearly deflected into the path of Martin Palermo. Sergi's got space on the far side. Here's Rivaldo.
I think that's going to work against Barcelona today, Mike. You see the stadium, the fans are almost on top of you. It's not the biggest of surfaces, and I think that lack of room might work against Barcelona today. Whichever angle you look at it, Gabri came through, maybe on the follow-through caught Calleja, but I didn't really see that as a penalty. The tight pitch could be a factor against Barcelona today.
Here we go, Villarreal. Calleja. Got the ball across, but it just goes off the side of his boot behind the byline for kick. Well, the one bright spot this week for Spanish football was in the UEFA Cup, where Alaves had a great victory over Kaiserslautern, and they've continued the form by taking the lead after just 2 minutes. The Norwegian international Dan Eggen, the goal scorer, they lead Valladolid by 1-0. Villarreal certainly not daunted by the reputation of Barcelona. They come out, they're certainly going to take the game to their opponents.
Well, they're the team out there at the moment, Mike, who are playing with some purpose. Barcelona, to me, just look like they're out there. There's no passion, there's no real direction in their play. And at the moment, Villarreal are taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
Certainly, it's very much like their performance was against Liverpool in the UEFA Cup. Very anesthetic. No passion. Sergi goes in that time and gives away the free kick. This time the challenge on Javi Roca. It in now. The shot, and it's in, and Villarreal have taken the lead. It's Victor who was the scourge of Barcelona earlier this season, and after 11 minutes here, he's broken the deadlock. It wasn't an easy chance, but he put it away with some stunning accuracy.
What a finish. What a superb finish as he cracked it under Jose Reina. But look at the defending from Barcelona. You'll see it again. Victor just drifted off to the far post. Watch him drift away from Sergi. It's a touch from the midfield player there. Victor just guides it under Reina. Superb finish from an acute angle. Javi Gracia was the person who set him up. You've got to question the defending from Barcelona.
Villarreal 1, Barcelona 0. Victor gets his 10th league goal of the season. So a free kick for the home side. The away there by Gabri. It was rather a rash challenge.
It really is a common saying that the first 15 minutes of the match are so important. When you look at the talent that Barcelona have and the way they've started the game, Mike, I think Villarreal fully deserve to be in front.
Kluivert. Sergi plays it forward over the top. Marc Overmars a chance to use his pace. Rivaldo's made a run into the centre forward channel. Still Marc Overmars, couldn't get it across. Guardiola. Gabri. Awkward one, but the goalkeeper took it well.
Come a long way for it, didn't he, the goalkeeper? Right out to his penalty spot. He absolutely read that cross from Gabri to perfection.
So it was good handling. It was an awkward one for the goalkeeper, and he kept hold of it. Now Palermo. Gabri, who is the player penalised. Free kick's been taken. Barcelona. Well, a real test this for Barcelona, because the loss here, one would really think that with games starting to run out this season, that their championship charge would just about be over.
And that's why I'm so amazed at the start they've made to this match.
Rivaldo plays it through. Overmars is adjudged to have been offside.
Oh, what an opportunity, Mike. Overmars is the quickest man on the pitch. And all he has to do is hold his run, and he's clean in, and he's just gone too early. No question about it. Villarreal do play an offside trap, and it cost them last week. You remember the game we did last week with Deportivo? That offside trap failed them miserably, and Overmars could have taken advantage.
Barcelona. And Victor getting a good hand from the local supporters. Wind up. Play towards the far post, just overhit. I think Palermo turns and chases, but he can't keep it in play.
As I was saying before, it's so much to play for Barcelona. Just wonder how they can come up with a start like this in this match.
Dancing header on, but at the back. They've only conceded 15 goals here in 13 matches. Hard to score against at home.
I think it's plain and simple. Barcelona have just been outworked. Maybe they're fatigued from the European match, but they're absolutely flat out being outworked at the moment by Villarreal. Really up for this one.
We've noticed this season, this Barcelona side at times really does play without any passion. They go out, they push the ball around, they expect things to happen, but they don't try to make it happen.
I think they look around and think, well, we've got Rivaldo, Kluivert, Cocu, people like that, and we just have the talent, we can turn up and win. It doesn't matter how talented, you have to put it in and work. When you're playing for a club like Barcelona, Mike, they're a massive team in the world. You must play with some passion.
Luis Enrique. Sliding challenge, knocks the ball away from him. Barcelona stops it going for a corner, but concedes the throw in. Well, it is Villarreal who lead here. They took the lead after 11 minutes. Here's the goal from Victor.
Well, I think I'd have to fault Frank de Boer, because Victor has just peeled off him. He's got the return pass from Javier Gracia. Slotted it away nicely, you have to say, but Frank de Boer was caught out of position badly. Never put himself in a position to defend.
Although they're just losing out, looks for the free kick, and the referee was well positioned. He waved play on. Slow coming back there from an offside position. That's why he didn't make any attempt to try to play the ball. Villarreal seem to be first to the ball all the time. And that time, the challenge from Michael Reisinger. The referee had a quick look to see if there was going to be an advantage, but there wasn't in the end. It's the free kick. And it was Gracia who was trying to burst through. I suppose looking at that, it was a good free kick to give away because he had an open route to goal if it had gone away from Reisinger.
More problems now for young Reina. The sun's firmly in his eyes. He has to pick the flight of the ball up early if he's going to make a save here.
Here's Amor. It's for so long a favourite at the Nou Camp with Barcelona. Amor. Palermo. Off with Sergio, throw on the far side. Javi Roca. Oh, that's a neat ball played inside the fullback, driven across. Now the chance. It's 2-0. Calleja, the scorer, his first of the season. It looked like the chance might have gone when Martin Palermo completely missed an open goal, but Calleja didn't. And it's 2-0 after 18 minutes.
Well, just look what it means to this Villarreal side. They're absolutely dominating at the moment. And it was a great run again from Victor. How Palermo misses this one, you have to wonder. But Calleja made no mistake. Palermo just couldn't quite gather his feet. And from close range, the midfield player simply thundered it into the net. 2-0 for Villarreal, well deserved.
Questions now for Barcelona.
Once again, Mike, it was Victor peeling off the central defenders, getting around the back. And that's when the defence was completely tumbled. Just wonder how a side like Barcelona can defend so poorly. But that's been their problem this season. Firepower, of course, going forward, but they just can't seem to keep other teams at bay.
It's interesting, in fact, because Barcelona have conceded 39 goals this season, and Villarreal have only conceded 36.
Well, the damage was done once Victor had gotten round the back. And on the second attempt, Villarreal get the ball in. Calleja kept his cool. And an empty net in effect, but so easy. You see those blazed over the top. He picked his spot and simply roofed it.
Volleyed back, and Reina had to come out quickly. Stops him going for a corner.
I think this is an abject lesson when you've got a talented team.
And a shot! It's free, and it's Victor! Reina is absolutely furious. But Victor there with quick thinking and a clinical finish. And it's 3-0 with 20 minutes gone. Well,
Guardiola, the captain, you'd never expect it, Mike. He's given the ball away. But how about the inspiration that the ex-Real Madrid player Victor is having? He's had a hand in all the goals. Oh, what a stunning finish for his second of the game. Capitalised on the mistake, saw the goalkeeper off the line, and in a flash, had chipped him. I can't believe it. 3-0.
Marco Overmars, now Rivaldo. They need some Brazilian magic now from Rivaldo, but he was just crowded out. And here go Villarreal again. Even the home supporters were a little bit stunned. They're certainly stunned there on the Barcelona bench. Sarah Ferrer at the end. Next to him is his assistant, the former Spanish international Jose Baquero.
When you look at Guardiola, Mike, he never or very rarely gives the ball away. And a simple ball to his feet, he's coughed it up. And there was Victor to pounce. Amazing stuff.
Great finish though from Victor. Quick thinking. Expertly executed as well. Should be a handball against Gabri. Well, Martin Palermo had a great opportunity. He failed to put it in the back of the net, but Calleja did that for the second. Victor has scored his second of the day to make it 3-0. There's the score of the second goal. Calleja, who got caught there by a clattering challenge.
Clivert dispossessed so easily. That sums Barcelona up at the moment. And it's a performance I'm sure the manager really can't stand to watch.
He lost his foot in and gets a free kick. Barcelona harmless, and of course Abelardo, central defender, is out with a knee injury. Picked that up playing for Spain against England. He's missed the last 4. Probably he's going to be out for the rest of the season. And this week they lost Gerrard as well, of surgery on his right knee. He's also out for the season. So Ferrer looks concerned. Why not? Just past the halfway point of the first half. Barcelona trailing by 3-0. Guardiola, Rivaldo. Deflected wide, Gabri with a cross towards the far post. 2 Barcelona players went for it. Nike again on the end of the cross. Here's Overmars. Goes this one in. Header straight up in the air, and Luis Enrique couldn't direct his header on target.
Oh, jumped too early. He jumps a fraction too early. So take another look at this stunning piece of finishing from Victor. How about that for vision, technical ability, just a measure of confidence. Have a look at this chance from Luis Enrique. He gets up too early. As he's coming down, the ball hits him. I think the fascinating thing about this match is 3 goals have gone in, but it's so early in the proceedings. You could see a massive comeback from Barcelona, or you could see a hatful of goals from Villarreal.
For our international audience, Major League Baseball, the 2001 season continues, and ESPN brings you one of the National League's fiercest and oldest rivalries. As Gary Sheffield and the Los Angeles Dodgers take on Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants. That's Major League Baseball. It's here on ESPN for our international audience. Now Villarreal, early ball forward, and Palermo just checked and didn't make the run.
He was being held, actually. In fairness to Palermo, I think he was anticipating a whistle. I sit here mind-boggled once again, Mike. Here's a team full of international players in Barcelona. You could never tell watching them now.
Calleja. Martin Palermo being forced wide. Appeals for handball. That should be a penalty, surely. Came off the arm of Guardiola. Referee's missed it. Ball played towards the far post.
Not sure he missed it. I think he might have interpreted the handball as unintentional.
And here's Rivaldo. Chance for Barcelona on the counter-attack. Rivaldo just got pulled back. The referee was right up with play that time. So a free kick for Barcelona. We've seen penalties given for a lot less.
Certainly a hand. I just don't think he could have got his hand out the way, Guardiola. He's going to have a shot here, no question about it. Has to do something, Rivaldo, to bring his team back from the dead. He is the player, if any, to do it.
Free kick, though, might be a little bit too far out.
Not for a Brazilian, Mike.
Straight against the wall. The ball nodded forward and out of play for a goal kick. So much expected of Rivaldo, not only for Barcelona but also for the Brazilian national side. You're watching Spain's La Liga. We're coming to you from the city of Villarreal here in Spain, alongside Eddie Might, and I'm Mike Hill as we check the Hyundai game summary. 2 goals from Victor in the 11th and the 20th minute, and Calleja in the 18th. It's his first of the season. Barcelona at the moment in a lot of trouble here. It's Villarreal 3, Barcelona 0. Walker goes down. Seemed to get to ankle tap that time. They got Overmars. Sergi with the clearance. Overmars getting bottled up. It's played in. Just overhit. No worries there. And Alonso has scored another one for Alaves. They lead 2-0 over Valladolid. And Osasuna have taken the lead against Racing Santander. Real relegation battle that. Sado the score after 18 minutes. Overmars.
Good tackle. Stood his ground, waited for Overmars to make his move. Kike Alvarez's tackle was perfectly timed.
Villarreal again, these quick, incisive attacks. Good covering that time by Gabri, but he's lost it. He's won it back. Villarreal playing very direct football. Where the goal is, and they're trying to get there by the quickest possible route.
The size of the pitch does help them, Mike, because it helps them close Barcelona down, not allow them into a passing game.
Luis Enrique. There was a poor pass in the end. Yes, the pitch being smaller than Barcelona are used to at the Nou Camp, it is a lot easier to be able to control the fast players, such as Marc Overmars. He's got no space in which to operate.
Indeed, and it's less ground to cover to close Barcelona down. You've noticed Barcelona haven't put two passes together in earnest, and that's because of the pressure applied on the ball from Villarreal. They've got to score, I think, Barcelona in this first half to have any real hopes of getting back into it. And at the moment, they haven't mustered up much.
Played over the defence that time, but Sergi able to recover. Reisinger. Guardiola. Rivaldo. Oh, and the flag went up late. That must have been a very, very close call. Frustration there for Marc Overmars.
Well, last week I was openly critical of Villarreal and their offside trap. Look at the guy nearest us, Mike, the left back. I think he plays Overmars on, and it's a tactic that Villarreal use week in and week out, and I've never seen them play it well yet, the offside trap. I think it's madness.
The referee did, after acknowledging the offside, has given a free kick for Barcelona for something that went on in back play, but Barcelona couldn't do too much with it. Just wonder what Barcelona can do.
Well, Villarreal will gift them a goal if they continue pulling up and looking to trap them.
That was why the free kick was given. Patrick Kluivert was just having his shirt tugged that time. So Kluivert is brought down. Frustration for Kluivert. Got caught there by the outstretched leg of Kike Alvarez. Barcelona junior, in fact, played just once for Barcelona. Here's Rivaldo trying the shot. And it seemed to come off the defender. It was Koku who tried the shot, turning up in the position that we usually associate with Rivaldo.
It's good positive play from Koku. He took the ball on and decided in his own mind to make something happen.
Guardiola has gone across to take the corner. An outswinger towards the far post. Villarreal get it clear. Gabri lays it back. Barcelona being chased back, and from a corner they've been forced in the end to play it all the way back to their own goalkeeper, and that's just the chasing and harassing of Villarreal. They're just not giving Barcelona time to settle.
And it's not a part of the game that people sometimes appreciate, Mike, but that chasing and harrying is taking Barcelona completely out of anything they do well.
Coach of Villarreal, of course, former Barcelona favourite, Victor Munoz. Here's Kluivert, and there was Rivaldo, and he couldn't find a way to get it past Lopez Vallejo.
Well, he's seen the goalkeeper off the line at the corner of his eye, and he's just trying to dink it over the top of him, and he hasn't pulled it off Rivaldo. You could see his brain at work as that ball came to him. The goalkeeper was just enough off his line to tempt him into trying that, and the little cushioned header just didn't have enough purchase on it.
Barcelona. So feet high from Guardiola.
I'll tell you, this game isn't finished with goals yet. I don't think Villarreal defend particularly well, in my point of view, and Barcelona can get to them if they're right. On the other side, Palermo and Victor, I think there's goals in those two.
There is Martin Palermo. Villarreal might not defend very well, but Barcelona's defensive work this season has left a lot to be desired. Throw on the far side then for Barca. Rising up. It's out Luis Enrique. Now here goes Luis Enrique. Chance to pull one back. Great covering. Good defensive work again.
Well, the two Kikes in the middle of the defence had to be right, and it was Kike Alvarez on that occasion in a desperation situation who came across and made the block.
Guardiola's corner. Villarreal getting clear.
Goalkeeper got bailed out there, Mike, very nicely by his defender.
4 minutes gone, and Villarreal leading here by 3-0 over Barcelona. It was Luis Enrique, and the sliding challenge there from Kike Alvarez, quickly closing down the gap that had opened up in the Villarreal defence. The ball plays it in.
Yeah, that's why Barcelona are getting chances now. It's because Villarreal are just defending slightly deeper now. That's why Barcelona are getting chances.
For our international audience, live from Florida, the Miami Heat play host to the Philadelphia 76ers. The last time these two teams met, the 76ers won 79-69 in Philadelphia. Miami is hoping that the return of Alonzo Mourning will take the team to the next level as they prepare for the playoffs. That's the NBA for our international audience, live and exclusive here on ESPN. All aim there for Kluivert. Quite come off. Now Barcelona. Overmars making an appeal. He wasn't interested. Luis Enrique. Quite a battle there with Calleja. It looked like it, but the referee has allowed play to continue.
But have a look now. Here's where Villarreal are defending so much deeper. That's encouraging Barcelona and inviting them forward. We don't want to do that for too long a period.
Kluivert. Defensive work again. As Villarreal looks to spring forward. Wide and goes out of play. Racing Santander have tied it all up in the 30th minute with a goal from Mazzoni. It's 1-1 there in the relegation battle. Ball. Kluivert.
Oh, you've got to keep playing on. I think that sums him up. Some holding there from Sergi.
The referee's trying to keep the game moving, and full compliments to him. To pull up this one.
But Kluivert didn't even battle here, Mike. He stopped, waited for the referee's whistle. That really is unexcusable.
Lifted over the top. Well, players had drifted into an offside position. One of them is Garcia. Now Kluivert's got some space. And so's Overmars on the far side. Time to look up. The cross comes in. And it's just hooked clear there by Arubarena. Wasn't the best of crosses from Mark Overmars.
But he is the threat. Javi Roca, the right back, is having a difficult time staying with him because of his pace.
Palermo's dropped back, helped defend this corner. And Patrick Kluivert was left unmarked. And Barcelona have pulled a goal back. Well, that time Villarreal just caught out, and Patrick Kluivert able to get his 13th of the season in Spain's La Liga.
And you can see what it means to him. It's really pumped him up. And all he's done is fought off Javi Garcia. And that's the kind of battling you have to show if you're Barcelona. He's fought him off, found the space, and just bulleted the diving header in.
Villarreal 3, Barcelona 1.
Certainly not done yet with the goals.
Barcelona have a free kick. Pep Guardiola. Need an inspirational display from their captain to Barcelona. Any of yellow shirts back. Frank de Boer plays it wide. Sergi. Rivaldo. And Luis Enrique is adjudged to be offside.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a fraction. But when Rivaldo nods this one across, let's draw a line across. I think right there, it's gone.
Yes, just offside. Much in it. That was the goal that Patrick Kluivert was able to really battle and get on the end of.
Poor defender, Mike. I think Garcia had an assignment to mark him, and he simply let Kluivert slip behind him. He can't do it in the box.
Slip there by Sergi. At times from Villarreal, it's not a pretty performance, but it's certainly a battling one. De Boer on the wrong end that time.
Well, they know they can beat Barcelona. They've done it already at the Nou Camp, so they're not intimidated.
All kept in, just. The cross goes out of play. There's Gabri, who really works hard there to try to keep it in. Ferrer knows he's got a few problems to sort out at half-time. Barcelona, what I have to say, this has been a disappointing season. They are still in the Copa del Rey and they're still in the UEFA Cup. And certainly their performances this season have not had the spark they've had in recent seasons. Switch in play, Calleja. Early ball forward. Garcia. Whips this one across, too close though to Reina.
Not much space for them to operate because Villarreal have committed players forward. If Barcelona play this quickly, there's an opportunity coming.
Sergi lifts it to the penalty area. Just overhit it, Luis Enrique keeps it in play. And then is dispossessed. Calleja was the player who came back.
That's why they're in front, Villarreal. Play like that.
Yeah, those giving the ball away. Rivaldo back for Guardiola. Frank de Boer. Sergi on the far side, again with space. Drop dropping back to double team this man, Mark Overmars. It's leaving some space there for Sergi. It is. Rivaldo goes down and the referee points to the penalty spot. Well,
perfect decision, the right decision. It was a rash tackle there from Kiki Medina, but Rivaldo certainly got on the other side of him. In fact, it was Kiki Alvarez who was nowhere near the ball, and watch him reach around here, make contact with Rivaldo's right foot. How about this? As I say, it's a funny old game. It could be if Rivaldo scores.
17 goals so far this season for Rivaldo in Spain's La Liga. He just reached round, was very close to making contact with the ball. It was only his fraction of centimetres in it, but he's going to thump this. He's going to pick a spot and absolutely thump it. 3-2 for Barcelona. Down. So here's Rivaldo. Brilliantly saved. He's missed it. Well, that delights the local supporters. And rising up under pressure at the other end, slices his clearance, and Gabri completes it. Lopez Vallejo, the hero at the Madrigal Stadium here in Villarreal, because Rivaldo hit this well. In fact, he's actually hit the post. The goalkeeper didn't get a touch. Now here go Villarreal. And Barcelona's defence at the moment in disarray.
I had a feeling this game was going to be exciting, and you know, the first half's lived up to that, and the second half I think will continue.
Here goes Kluivert. Rivaldo up in the air. Luis Enrique, defender got him first. And here go Villarreal. There's Arubarena who made that surging run. Victor there trying to play it through, looking for Martin Palermo. It's cut out. We're inside the final minute of the first half, and what a first half it has been. Villarreal leading by 3-1. Rivaldo's missed a penalty for Barcelona.
I think Villarreal, at the moment, they're holding on. They want to go into half-time now. They're praying for that whistle just to get themselves set up once again. Barcelona have come good. It's taken them a while, but they're coming good.
It's Villarreal who have dropped back. They're playing a lot deeper defensively, and that's given the initiative now to Barcelona, who have got some space in which to operate. Gabri's cross. Villarreal get it clear. Calleja. We're going to get 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. We're into that period now.
Take your time, Villarreal. See the minute out and go in at half-time and get a cup of tea.
Just lifted forward into space. In fact, goes against Villarreal. And supporters not happy with that decision. The 6-1 half does the other, really, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Here's Reina. Just laying it out to Michael Reisinger. There's the half-time whistle. So for the home supporters, they go off to a dream start. Victor after 11 minutes. Calleja in the 18th, his first of the season. Victor again 2 minutes later. Kluivert has brought Barcelona back into it in the 38th minute. And they should have perhaps been a lot closer They missed the penalty 2 minutes before half-time. Rivaldo's penalty hit in the post. The half-time scoreline: Villarreal 3, Barcelona 1. Stay with us, we've got a lot more still to come.
On top, tacked on 3 goals, it woke Barcelona up, and in truth, if Rivaldo tucks that penalty away, game on 3-2. There's still a lot of life left in the second half.
Yes, and you just get the feeling with both these defences that there could be more goals as well. Half-time scoreline then: Villarreal 3, Barcelona 1. The second half when we return. Welcome back then. Half-time, Villarreal 3, Barcelona 1. As we await the start of the second half for the home side, Villarreal. An excellent first 45 minutes, and it has forced Barcelona to make a couple of changes. Simão comes in for Gabri. Simão, the young Portuguese international who's missed the last 8 because of a groin injury, so he will most probably play wide on the right. And Puyol comes in for Sergi. Puyol, who will be 23 next Friday. He's missed the last 16 because of a knee injury. Did come on as a substitute last week. Played against Liverpool as well in the UEFA Cup. So there is young Simão. And there's the other substitute. There's Puyol. Villarreal have not made any changes. In Spanish football, as Villarreal get the second half underway. It's going to be interesting to see how those 2 substitutions for Barcelona actually fit in. There's Michael Reisinger.
Left back for Reisinger. Puyol will play as a right back, Mike. They're going to gamble. There's only 3 defenders now. Puyol as a right, Frank de Boer in the middle, Reisinger left, and they're going to go on an absolute all-out assault in this second half, looking to get 3 goals to win it.
Well, looking at some of their defending in the first half, you wondered how many defenders they had anyway. So they've now got 3. Reisinger wins that challenge in the air. It's Frank de Boer who would come across. Barcelona when trailing at half-time this season. They've done that in 5 matches. Each time they failed to come up with a win. They did manage a couple of draws, but 3 of them finished in defeats. Now Villarreal, away there by Puyol. Puyol, who was in great form earlier this season, actually got capped on the full national team of Spain. He was part of the Olympic side. As Reina there was struggling. It was Victor again. You've got to like the way that whenever he gets the ball around the penalty area, he's only got one idea, one intention.
And that's a goal scorer's mentality, isn't it, Victor? He's been superb. He's got 2 on the day already. And any opportunity he has, it's a single-minded approach from Victor. Not the tallest of players, but he's got bags of skill, tremendous technique, very quick. So all in all, it's hard to handle, and Barcelona haven't done it. So here's the X factor for Barcelona. Luis Enrique at times will drop back if they need help, but more times than not, you'll see him pushing forward, and Simão on the right. They've got a tandem there to try and get the ball in for Kluivert and Rivaldo. Let's see if it works.
Another player I'm sure we see dropping back quite a lot will be Philip Cocu as well. Such a talented player. He can pretty much play any position on the field, and this season he has pretty much played everywhere for Barcelona.
Well, really, if Barcelona lose today, they can throw in the towel because their league championship ambitions are over. So I suppose it's worth a gamble. 3-1 down at half-time. You've got to throw players forward.
It's come out that time. There's Philip Cocu. Guardiola.
This is what confused me. Reisinger, left back, is such a predominantly right-sided player. I might have been tempted to go with Frank de Boer there, but that's how Ferreira does things these days. He confuses the lookers.
Played over the top, there's no flag.
Oh, what a miss.
And Patrick Kluivert had the chance to get his second goal of the game. And Villarreal looking to play the offside trap. It didn't work, but they got away with it.
Well, I said it last week, Mike. The offside trap that Villarreal used is suicidal, but what a miss from the Dutch international. He's brought it down, and at the vital moment, you watch him snatch the shot under pressure. Absolute howler of a miss, you've got to say. How about that? You put your penalty in for Rivaldo and Kluivert converts. You're talking about a different game here.
There's Kluivert again, trying to play it across, but it came off the defender. Espanyol have taken the lead at the Montjuic Olympic Stadium against Malaga. A real middle of the table battle there. Rochen the score after 45 minutes. Giving Espanyol the lead. And Catania, who's in good goal scoring form, scoring a minute before half time for Celta Vigo in their clash with Athletic Bilbao.
Just not sure, Mike, why Villarreal persist with the offside trap. We've seen it week in and week out. Never really been effective, but they never have changed it.
Barcelona, good anticipation on the far side. Now a chance for Villarreal. Reisinger just trying to hold up the attack. It's Jorge Lopez who is with him. This is neat play from Villarreal. Jorge Lopez again. To pick out Martin Palermo. Neat play from the home side. Here's Palermo, tries to play it back into space. And Jorge Lopez, who had carried on running. That brings the applause around the stadium. Home fans enjoyed that. Now Rivaldo. Glorious ball from the Brazilian. Simão went down.
It's clear obstruction. Absolutely clear as day. He's absolutely beat him here, Arrubarrena. Shot. There's no call at all.
The referee looks at the referee's assistant on the far side. Arrubarrena and Simão still discussing it.
Well, you saw the wry smile from Arrubarrena. He knows he's gotten away with one there.
Palermo trying to glance in header on.
I suppose you wouldn't give two penalties to Barcelona in the same game unless it's absolutely clear cut.
Or it's at the Nou Camp. Palermo. Now Barcelona, Kluivert trying to play a 1-2 there with Luis Enrique.
They're doing badly at the moment, Villarreal, Mike, because they haven't got possession of the ball. They've got to get hold of it.
Simão losing out that time. I would expect that he would be a bit rusty after missing the last 8. Victor, glorious play. Well, he went round Frank de Boer as if he wasn't there.
How about that for confidence? He's absolutely brimming with it. Oh, onto your hat here. Look at that for world-class skill.
Frank de Boer was rescued in the end by Guardiola.
They love him here, don't they?
Arrubarrena will take the throw. And then Palermo trying to win that in the air. And the judge have been doing some pushing. So it's going to be a free kick for Barca. And Palermo just had the arm on the shoulder there of Frank de Boer, stopping him jumping. Barcelona, and there's a great chance. Slid across, and Kluivert this time makes no mistake. 54 minutes gone, Barcelona get their second goal, and it's a case now of game on.
Well, the flat back four, once again disappointing for Villarreal, and it's a glorious run from Luis Enrique. He takes on 3 players, plays it to Simão, and in the end it was a chance that Kluivert couldn't miss. A little glance up from Simão, slides it across. 3-2, what a game we've got brewing, Mike. 2 for Victor and 2 for Kluivert. It's certainly a striker shootout at the moment. Without Palermo, without Rivaldo, you just wonder when they'll get in on the act.
Well, Barcelona have taken a bit of a risk in this second half. Taking off a defender and bringing on a more attack-minded player in Simão.
But it was a run of Luis Enrique, Mike. It came from a deeper position, and I said they were going to use Simão and Luis Enrique in tandem. They've done it well. Luis Enrique releases Simão, and the young Portuguese international simply just slid it across on the plate for Kluivert.
Well, Villarreal making a change, and Calleja is the player that's going to go off, and it's the Yugoslav international Igor Tasevski. Comes on for only his 3rd appearance of the season. Calleja, I think he's run himself into the ground. He is just coming back from a knee injury. We saw him miss 4 matches. About 10 minutes last week, 55 minutes this week.
And also, Mike, what it means is Tasevski is a left back. So right now, Villarreal have 2 left backs out there to stop that double threat of Simão and Luis Enrique. I really do believe they need to bottle that area up. They brought on a defender to do that.
There is the clearance from the keeper. He's only an offside. Here goes Michael Reisinger. Good run from the Dutch international. That's to pull it back enough.
Oh, that's why he's not a left back. He's done ever so well to get round the back, and then just can't fashion the cross with his left foot.
Villarreal 3, Barcelona 2. Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Here's the goal again. A glance up from Simão. There was no way that Kluivert could miss that one.
Yeah, Simão was in sparkling form when he picked up that injury. He's having a really good season. It's a very good combination for Barcelona with Overmars on the left and Simão on the right. They had the width to stretch any team, certainly in the vast compounds of the Nou Camp. Those two proved to be a handful, but Simão picks up that injury. Barcelona lost very much an attacking option. Now Villarreal. Kept in play. Here's Victor. Harvey Roca. Played in the space there. They were looking for Victor to run onto it. It was Amor who drilled that one through, the former Barcelona player. In over 300 games for Barca. There goes Luis Enrique. 2 bits of dazzling skill. And linking up now with Simão. Whips this one in. Well, Mark Overmars came to the far post. Kluivert went to the near post. Neither could get the touch.
Have a look at this. How good is this? In a tight space, under pressure. Look what Luis Enrique comes up with to start the attack.
Guardiola to take the corner.
Remember, Villarreal have given the goal up already from the corner, so there is plenty of holding and jostling in the box, as Villarreal don't want to lose their markers on a second time.
Guardiola's corner. Lopez Vallejo takes that one quite comfortably. Villarreal side, it's only their second season in the top flight. with great ambition. They're planning, it's all going to plan. They could very well be in European football next season, as that one is played towards the far post. They were looking there to pick out Martin Palermo. But Amor will not be happy with that cross. The Lithuanian international Edgar Jankauskas has given Real Sociedad, the bottom club, the lead against Real Oviedo. And Valladolid, thanks to a goal from Sabio, have pulled one back against Alaves. Alaves, like Barcelona, may well feel the effects of that UEFA Cup tie on Thursday night as the game there progresses.
Looking at Barcelona, how they're shaped up now, Mike, and the one player who is getting sort of played out of position is Rivaldo. They need to get him into the match, but because they've got 5 midfield players, it's really cramping his style in effect, because he hasn't got the room around him to operate. And if he gets hot, watch out.
Rocker plays that one down the centre forward channel. Martin Palermo wins it in the air, and it was well tied up in the end by Frank de Boer.
Well, there was only going to be one winner of that header as Palermo swooped in. I think young Pio just tried to get out of the way.
Mark Overmars. Played square. Guardiola plays that one through. Rivaldo. It's 3-3. Well, Rivaldo missed in the penalty spot, but when he was put through there by Guardiola, he wasn't going to miss, and that's his 18th of the season.
What a strike this is. But you've got to admire the pass from Guardiola. He simply dinked it over the top. Rivaldo's been played onside. And there is all the Brazilian magic to behold. Guardiola looks up, chest control, and on the turn, Rivaldo hooks it in. Say again, Mike, we're not done yet with the goals.
Villarreal 3, Barcelona 3. Barcelona down 3-0, have fought back. It really has stunned the home crowd. Now Victor, he's got 2. There go Villarreal. They try to slide that one through for Martin Palermo.
They've got a problem now because they're going to start chasing the game again, Villarreal, and it will open them up even more. And now Barcelona figured out how to approach this one. I can only see one winner now, Barcelona.
Javi Roca goes to the return. Reisinger got back, tied it up there by Frank de Boer. Koku. Push from Mark Overmars. Nothing given by the referee. And Overmars there, the long ball forward. Then there was a tangle of legs, and this time the referee comes up with a free kick. Oh, and he's come up with a card as well. Well, Tavesky has got in the referee's notebook. From our angle, it looked like just a tangle of legs. And at the other end, it did seem a pretty good claim for a free kick for Villarreal. Tavesky, who's only been on some 7 minutes, picks up the first yellow card of the day. Free kick's been taken. The ball played over the top. Reisinger came through. Lopez Vallejo out quickly.
They're rocking, aren't they? The defence is absolutely wobbly, Villarreal. They're not sure how to contain the runners going through, and at the moment they're half pulling up for offside and half dropping back, and it's really exposing Villarreal at the back.
Reisinger, who's not scored this season. There was the tangle between Kluivert and Josefsky. somebody on the Barcelona bench is in trouble.
Looks like the manager's gone.
No, it's not Sarah Ferreira. I think it's one of his assistants.
I'll take it.
Marie Barquero is the coach there, next to Sarah Ferreira. And something has been said which has upset the officials. Sefsky winning that challenge in the air. It's been taken quickly by Villarreal. It's too quickly. They just perhaps need to settle.
Well, remember what worked for them in the first half. It was relentless pressure. They didn't let Barcelona pass the ball in the least. But now they've sat back and they've paid for it, Villarreal. And trying to refocus from here, Mike, is an almighty task.
Philip Koku throw them for Villarreal. Barcelona's first ever trip to this stadium. These two teams met in the 1998-99 season. The game was played in Valencia because Villarreal stadium was closed because of an incident. Here's Martin Palermo. Oh, the inside of the post. And Jorge Lopez following up. Puts the home side back into the lead. Well, Martin Palermo, they won't go in for him today. But for Jorge Lopez, his sixth of the season, he followed up after Palermo's shot came back off the post.
Well, you don't see the incident, Mike, but there's certainly a massive talking point as to whether Guardiola was fouled right here. It looks like a clean tackle. Palermo was a grateful recipient. His shot comes back off the post. And the Villarreal players were all over the Barcelona goal as Jorge Lopez tucked it in. Amazing. I think Guardiola will claim he was fouled, but from that replay, it looked like a good tackle.
Villarreal 4, Barcelona 3. A 7-goal thriller here. And that's got the crowd back to life. Over Mars now. And the flick header there from Rivaldo. Straight into the arms of Lopez Vallejo. Now it's a good tackle from Garcia. Just got a leg in and knocked the ball away from Guardiola.
Well, that replay is absolutely clear, isn't it? You look at the performance of the Barcelona captain Guardiola, Mike. He's been directly responsible for 2 goals for Villarreal.
Of course, he was the player who laid on the corner for Patrick Kluivert to score Barcelona's first goal. He's in the game, he won't forget Pep Guardiola. Now Villarreal. He's had 7 goals. You've got the feeling we're going to get some more. The referee penalised Victor, who was tripped up, fell on the ball, and he's penalised him for handball. Tolde Gonzalez, the referee who hails from Bilbao. He's been a pretty controversial referee this season. Martin Palermo just can't buy a goal at the moment. That came back off the inside of the post. And Jorge Lopez following up did the rest.
Well, when you have 2 teams like this who have so much firepower, Palermo and Victor for Villarreal, Kluivert and Rivaldo, possibly shouldn't be surprised that you're getting so many goals, especially when you look at the 2 defences, which are very wobbly to say the least.
Shot there of the Villarreal coach, a former Spanish international and Barcelona star, to Munoz. The Barcelona team that won the European Cup at Wembley. They beat Sampdoria. Luis Enrique being penalised for feet high.
Handball. Yeah, you're absolutely right, feet high. I thought he might have nudged it with his hand.
Now, what can Villarreal do in this position? The referee has made it an indirect free kick. The arm is raised. Victor is the player over the ball. Can't go direct, and Moore is there. There's Victor, and it was charged down by Puyol. He broke from the wall very, very quickly.
Understandably, the goal has pepped up Villarreal. They absolutely needed a boost. Now they're really back to what they did well in the first half, hustling and harrying, disrupting Barcelona's style.
So now, Luis Enrique, who got caught there by Jorge Lopez. Players going down, the slide is touched, and now that time seemed to bump the player and went down. Garcia, and it's all getting a little bit ugly out there.
Watch number 15, Taveschi. I think he might have bundled Simao down here, Mike. He realised he was in a poor position to stop him. I understand him being upset here. Watch his arm there. I think he's done something to pull him down and stop Simao latching onto that one.
A bit of niggle coming into this game now. That's Koku playing it square. Puyol. Luis Enrique. Really in the old right half position. That's a delightful ball. Oh, and Rivaldo. It was on a plate. He couldn't steer it in. But Luis Enrique and Simao just combining so well on that far side.
What a tandem they are at the moment. And this is a world-class ball across. I just can't believe it. Perhaps Rivaldo needed to use his right foot to guide it in from that angle. What another amazing miss by Barcelona player.
Well, Rivaldo has scored. He's missed a penalty. He missed then as well.
I mean, the ball behind the defence from Luis Enrique, Mike. Vision, perfect pace on it. Simao did what he does best, just laid it across. And perhaps Rivaldo had to sweep it in with his right foot from that one. We're going to get more chances. Whether in that we get any more goals as time draws near, the tension creeps in, you might see a few more misses, but we'll get more chances.
Well, Barcelona are going to make their third and final change, and De La Peña is the player that's going to come on. Ivan De La Peña. It's only his sixth appearance of the season, and 4 of the 5 that he's previously made in Spain's La Liga have all been as a substitute. So he comes on, and Marc Overmars is the player that's gone off.
You see where De La Peña is, right in the middle of the pitch, so they're going to play 3 central midfield players and no left winger.
You're watching Spanish football. We're coming to you from the city of Villarreal here in Spain as we check the Hyundai scoring summary. Villarreal leading by 4 goals to 3. Kluivert's got a couple, Victor's got a couple for Villarreal. Rivaldo has scored, but he's also missed a penalty. It's all been happening here as Martin Palermo tries to get on the end of that. Garcia giving it away. Here's De La Peña. Rivaldo. De La Peña. Easily cut out there by Amor. Villarreal and coach Victor Munoz waving them forward. I think he wants them to start defending a little bit higher. Rising up. Rivaldo got caught. Referee Barcelona just wanted to get on with the game. The referee decides that that's a booking for Kike Alvarez.
Yes, he just had a grab of Rivaldo and wouldn't let him go for fear of getting turned. Kike Alvarez had no complaints about getting carded there.
Pep Guardiola just lifts that one in, easily cleared. Simao nods it down. De La Peña lifts it over the top and the flag goes up.
They got the trap right on that occasion, Mike. You watch the yellow shirts all move out in unison. Boy, it was close though.
ESPN, for our international audience, brings you the final round of the 2001 Masters Golf Tournament. See the world's best, including the defending champions, Vijay Singh, Tiger Woods and Ernie Els. That's the Masters, brought to you here on ESPN for our international audience. It's coming up but live later today. Martin Palermo now. Ball whipped in and just bouncing through there to Reina. Good throw from the young goalkeeper, picking out Rivaldo. He's got past two. Early ball in and a difficult one, but it was well dealt with by the defender. And Moore is the player back there. Well, we're into the last quarter of an hour. Reisinger's back pass. Nearly a mix-up between Reina and De Boer. Guardiola. Barcelona next week will be at home to Real Zaragoza. Villarreal will have a trip to the Bernabeu to take on Real Madrid. The referee grabbed the ball that time with his hands and then he got kicked in the arm. Accidental, I might add, but you can see the funny side of it. Javi Roca. Amor. So long a favourite at the new camp with the Barcelona fans. Guillermo Amor. Played over 300 games in Spain's La Liga. Though he's trying to help plot the downfall of his former club. Luis Enrique looks so more effective in this second half when he's dropped back into that right midfield role. He's combined well with Simao.
So these are the yellow cards I just don't agree with. Yes, it's a straight obstruction by Ariba Reina, but that's all it is, Mike. It's just obstruction.
Three yellow cards. They've all gone out to players of the home team. There's been a lot worse challenges than that today, and they've gone certainly unpunished.
He's just beaten and he's obstructed the player, but
he's obstructed the player as he's trying to turn. Now the free kick, all loose. Villarreal hack it clear. There was a teasing free kick that came in from Guardiola.
Well, you sense the panic in the defence, and they're just not quite confident, are they, at the back, Villarreal, as well as Barcelona. And there was panic in the box.
It's Guardiola again. Now Victor. He's bundled down by Puyol. I'm just wondering if the referee's going to be consistent.
Well, that's obstruction. And if it is, it should be followed by a yellow card according to his style,
but not this time.
That's why players get frustrated, because if the referee does one thing and then doesn't do the same
within 60 seconds. Palermo beaten in the air that time by Frank De Boer.
They've done well, Villarreal, since scoring the goal. They've kept the play away from the goal.
Victor Javi Roca whips this one across, away by De Boer. Now Victor, and that's a deliberate takedown by Michael Reisinger. Made no attempt to play the ball.
It's gone against Victor.
And it's gone against Victor.
Well, we've had a bizarre game, and some of the decisions have been bizarre as well.
I think the thing, as you said, that frustrates players is just the lack of consistency from the referees.
Well, you just don't know how to play as a player when you'll do one thing for a decision and then come up with something else. You're not sure how to approach the game.
De La Peña. Quite a young player, Ivan De La Peña. 24 years old. He's missed so much of this season because of a back injury and also a groin injury. Roca to take the throw. Now Rivaldo. Rivaldo goes down. That's the free kick.
Look at this for skill. He knows exactly where he's going, Rivaldo. Hooked it over his head and tried to latch onto it.
Now Philip Cocu. Frank de Boer. De La Peña. Guardiola. De La Peña. Now rising up. Just lifts this one in. Ronaldo goes down. I think the home fans too impressed with that. Very little contact, but he went down as if he'd been hit by Mike Tyson. Dangerous play there from Frank de Boer, but in no trouble as Puyol picks out his captain, Guardiola. Driver beaten in the air. De La Peña came in. Feet were a little bit high as well, but got away with it that time. Rivaldo. He was triple teamed there. 3 defenders came across. That's where he went down. Very little contact.
Delivery is everything from Guardiola. Could be a problem for Lopez Viejo.
It's hit towards the far post.
Bail them out. They always do. They always bail the goalkeeper out.
Yes, they're untouchable these days, aren't they?
Well, this is a teasing ball at the far post. The players have gone straight up. Probably the right one on that occasion.
Just over 8 minutes of regulation time to go. Barcelona have used all their 3 substitutes that are permitted. They trail by a goal. Villarreal 4, Barcelona 3. Victor. Taken down by Puyol. Was Jorge Lopez, who was adjudged to have been offside, but that would have been a very close call. Well, you tell me.
Maybe.
Look at the marks of the grass across the pitch. There was no way that he was offside.
I'll tell you what, they've showed a lot of character, Villarreal, Mike.
Now the ball played over the top, and this time no flag. Kluivert! Has he bundled it in? No! It was cleared away in the end by Quique Medina. And that should have been the tying goal. A one-on-one.
How would you miss this? He's just taken too long to make his mind up here. He's allowed the goalkeeper to snuff the opportunity. What a howling miss, you've got to say, from Kluivert. He should have a hat-trick today.
Here comes a resulting corner. It's allowed to go a long way. There was a handball in there, missed by the officials, and in the end Martin Palermo gets it clear. But clearly as that ball came across, it seemed to hit the arm of Frank de Boer. Trezeguet's long ball forward. Villarreal defending well. There are so many talking points about this game. We've had penalties missed, we've had open goals missed, and now here go Villarreal, and Reina comes up with the save, and that was Jorge Lopez who could have got his second.
He's trying to chip the goalkeeper. He saw Reina advancing, weaved his way through and tried to come up with a chip. There is absolutely no defending out here, Mike. It's all about attacking. It's an out-and-out assault from both teams. Who's going to win the shootout?
Now here's Simão. He's put it wide. Well, it's like target practice out there at both ends. And Simão had a great opportunity. Martin Palermo is being taken off by Villarreal. He really has worked hard today. Had a great chance which he missed, although in the end it fell to Calleja, who did put it through. Moises is the player that comes on. He's got 3 goals already, so they've replaced a striker with a striker.
I think from this one game we could come up with a candidate for miss of the season, and there was young Simão adding to Barcelona's woes.
Only one miss of the season? There are a number of candidates.
Here's another chance. Look at the flat back four. That's what their problem is.
Here goes Kluivert. He's got behind the back four, but he needs some help. Now the ball played in. De La Peña lifts it over the top. Rivaldo is offside. Shot anyway goes over the crossbar.
Well, you watch them defend, Mike, and Villarreal simply just gamble, and they hope the linesman's flag is the thing that bails them out. Watch all the defenders charge out, vacate the box. And they did get Rivaldo on that occasion, but really it should have cost them. You can see the disparity in offsides, and it's all because Villarreal deliberately live and die by the trap. It makes you old as a manager. I don't know how Victor Muniz can stand it.
Sarah Ferrer there. You realise it's just over 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. It is a dangerous game to play the offside trap. You are really in the lap of the gods with some of these referees' assistants. So now tries the cross, goes off the defender. It's going to be a corner for Barcelona.
Well, you've got to bring them all forward now if you're Barcelona. The absolute lot you've got to put in this box.
Well, Frank de Boer is making his way into the penalty area. Pep Guardiola's going to cross to take it. An outswinger. So enough yellow shirts back. And it was Jorge Lopez with the clearance in the end, but back come Barcelona. De La Peña. Guardiola. First time ball in. Frank de Boer. Ball loose. Barcelona appealing for a penalty. Might have hit an arm, but the referee was well positioned. Wave play on. And Lopez Vallejo out bravely. Puyol had gone forward.
Well, Frank de Boer's trying to square this one across. He's appealing for a handball that never was, but watch him trying to play this one across for Luis Enrique. Certainly, he was appealing there for the handball on Amor.
And in the end, Lopez Vallejo comes up with a very good save. Now, Patrick Kluivert, Guardiola, in fact, is getting booked for complaining. Patrick Kluivert has also put in his 2 penneth as well.
Well, he's had a nightmare of a game, if you think, Mike. The guy scored 2 goals, and you'd say, well, he's had a good game, but in truth, he's had an absolute game he wants to forget, because this match should be going the way of Barcelona based on the chances he's missed.
Villarreal, in fact, looking to make one further change. The Romanian international, Georgi Craioveanu, is in on the sidelines. Amor Straight up in the air. Jorge Lopez plays it back. Villarreal have got to do. They're just going to keep possession. Giving it away. Guardiola. Luis Enrique trying to thread that one through the centre forward channel. Moises plays it wide. Some holding that time by Victor. And he caught to Puyol again. The referee trying to let play continue.
Yes, he's left with no choice in the end. He has to give the yellow card.
The yellow card. Another one. Victor gets the yellow card and gets substituted. So Craviano is the player that is going to come on to really just play out stoppage time for Victor. Well, 2 goals. And he's really proved to be a thorn in the side of Barcelona.
Magnificent performance. Deserves every bit of applause from the crowd. I thought his work rate was brilliant, Mike. He created for his own team. How he took his chances well. Great performance by Victor.
Craviano, 5 goals this season. Makes a habit of scoring late goals. Guardiola's free kick. All heading clear. It's going to be a corner as we head up towards the start of stoppage time. Villarreal 4, Barcelona 3. Guardiola's corner. Villarreal get it clear. Now Simao. 4 minutes of stoppage time will be added. Ball floated in. Goalkeeper there with a fist away, and De La Peña tries to rattle it back. Puts it up into about Rose's head. There for Guardiola. So we're into stoppage time. Puyol. Now here go Villarreal. A goal here certainly would wrap it all up. They just need to keep possession. Moises there going wide. It's going to be a throw for Barcelona. Simao.
Well, they've just got to sit a bit deeper now, Villarreal, and soak the pressure up, because Barcelona are taking a few gambles, throwing a lot of players forward.
Kluivert, lovely skills. Whips this one across. The goalkeeper's lost it. And it falls, though, to a yellow shirt. And now Craviano having a race there with Reisinger. And Reisinger, one of the fastest defenders around. From Barcelona's point of view, they must have been happy it was Reisinger there. Rivaldo. It's Cocu. Cocu again. And now an early ball. They try to play it behind the defence for Craviano to run onto. Kluivert wins that in the air. Villarreal defending desperately as we come up to 2 minutes of stoppage time. Villarreal have already beaten Barcelona at the Nou Camp this season. Less than 2 minutes away from completing the double. And defending desperately as they try to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Puyol there. With a manhandling as the ball is played forward. And a couple of players caught in an offside position. It's Munoz.
Look at that tension on there.
90 seconds as Guardiola plays that one through. Kluivert! He's tied it all up. Kluivert completes his hat-trick. But that was a magnificent ball through from Guardiola. And Kluivert, who's missed some chances today, made no mistake that time.
Well, you're going to say this is a 10 out of 10 for entertainment value. You're not going to see a better game, full of drama, spills and thrills. And Patrick Kluivert who's had an amazing game of misses. In the dying moments of this game, comes up with a brilliant strike. The ball was everything, wasn't it, from Guardiola? And Kluivert finally tucks one away.
Harvey Rocker now. Away by Puyol.
One more, maybe?
Wouldn't bet against it. There's a long ball forward, but that's overhit. Just about 20 seconds of the 4 minutes of stoppage time. All bounced away there from Craiovanu. Long ball forward, easy pickings there for Lopez Vallejo. 4 minutes is up, there's the final whistle. Barcelona steal a point at the death, with Patrick Kluivert completing his hat-trick 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. Villarreal at one stage led by 3 goals to 0. Barcelona, a strong second half performance, but a game that featured thrills and spills, end-to-end play. A final scoreline, Villarreal 4, Barcelona 4. We'll be back after this to wrap it all up.